Welcome to the fourth and final Greek alphabet lesson for Biblingo. After this lesson, you will know the entire Greek alphabet. You won't understand what you are reading, but you will at least be able to pronounce the words. And if you stick with it, you'll soon be reading the text with understanding. This is a picture of Matthew 6, 4 through 32 in the Codex Sinaiticus, the oldest complete manuscript of the New Testament, written sometime in the middle of the 4th century AD. A codex is an ancient book form that began to replace the scroll shortly after the time of Jesus. If you look closely at this manuscript, you can see that the letters are all capital, and there's no space between any of the letters on a line. This is how ancient texts used to be written: capital letters, no punctuation, and not even spaces between words. This makes such manuscripts quite difficult to read if you aren't used to it, and if you don't know the language very well. But after you learn the rest of the letters in this lesson, you will have taken the first step needed in order to read manuscripts like this. Here are the final consonants you will learn in this lesson. First, we have delta. Erasmian and early High Koine pronounced this sound just like the English d, so that is easy. Notice that the IPA symbol for Koine and modern is actually a delta itself. In IPA, this sound stands for the. Next we have lambda. This is an easy one. It is pronounced similar to the English l, in all the systems. Our next letter is rho. Rho is a bit tricky because it may sound different in different environments, but it is similar to a Spanish rolled R sometimes, and other times it is a shortened form of the rolled R, as if the R is only being rolled once, for example. This is the same in early High Koine, Koine, and modern. In Erasmian, it is pronounced like an English R, r. Sometimes, rho can also have a rough breathing mark, in which case an H will occur after it in transliteration, and the sound will be more breathy, like rho. Psi is our next letter, and it is actually a combination of two other sounds we have already learned: the P sound, like in the letter P, and the S sound, like in the letter sigma. Like other sounds we have seen, this does exist in English, but it never occurs in the beginning of a syllable, unlike in Greek. So the sound is psi. Our final letter is phi. It is an easy one to pronounce. It is an F sound in all the systems, f. There is one last combination of consonants that you should be aware of. When gamma precedes another gamma, xi, chi, or kappa, the first gamma is pronounced like an ng sound. All of these sounds have something in common. They're pronounced in the same place in the back of your throat, and they are called velar consonants. So, double gamma is ng, gamma xi is nx, gamma chi is nk, and gamma kappa is nk. Now we move on to our last set of 4 diphthongs. The first and most common in this lesson is epsilon upsilon. In Erasmian, this is pronounced as an U sound, just like the U diphthong we already learned, omicron upsilon. Early High Koine is what you would expect by now. You combine the two vowel sounds, particularly the epsilon sound and the English U sound, ew. And finally, Koine and modern pronounce the upsilon as v, just like we saw in the diphthong with alpha upsilon, ev. The rest of the diphthongs you will learn are much rarer than the others, but it is important to be aware of their pronunciations. For eta upsilon, we have a 4-way contrast. Erasmian and Koine don't change the pronunciation of eta upsilon from epsilon upsilon. For early high Koine, the epsilon would be pronounced a little longer, like eu. And finally, modern is just a combination of eta and upsilon in diphthongs, Eve. The next diphthong is upsilon iota. In all systems except modern, this is just a combination of the two vowels as a diphthong, either ui, as in Erasmian, or ui, in early high Koine and Koine. In modern, we just have e. Finally, we come to our last diphthong, which is very rare, but which you might encounter if you are reading classical texts. Its pronunciation is debated, but we have chosen the above pronunciations to distinguish it from when the string omega upsilon is not a diphthong, such as found in Moses' name in Greek, Moises. Finally, we come to one last accent mark. This is called the diaeresis. It is two dots placed over a vowel that indicates that the string of vowels should not be pronounced as a diphthong. For example, in early high Koine, this word should be pronounced praus rather than praus. This is a pretty rare symbol, but you will want to be aware of what it does. Here's a summary of the letters and accent marks you learned in this lesson. You are now ready to start pronouncing Greek in whatever pronunciation you like. Great work.